Hello everyone. I wanted to give you some tips about how to cut out the freezer paper templates in a way that will save you some time. Number one, when you make your copies onto the freezer paper sheets, be sure that you know which side of your printer the page is going to print on, because if you do the printing on the slick side, it isn't going to work. You've got to make sure to load the paper in so that the paper side is what gets printed on. Next, I would staple together 3 or 4 sheets, 3 or 4 matching sheets, and where you put the staples, it took me a little bit to sort this out, but there's no reason not to put staples inside these shapes. Right now I've got 1 staple in each shape. If I need to go back and put in some more staples, well, I just will. And the reason that's okay is because you can use a staple puller to remove the staples when you're done. It won't matter if there's holes inside these shapes. So I'm stapled together, printed on the paper side of my freezer paper. I know I can remove the staples when needed. When you cut these out, use paper scissors that fit your hands and cut right on the drawn line. Now, I'm starting in the center here because what I want to do is cut this sheet down so that I'm not working on such a big thing in my hand. And I'm just going to scoot across there and cut that shape right there, just like that. Now, this is easier to hold in my hand. What I might do here is go ahead and cut down the side of number 7, just a ways. Now I'm going to teach you a little bit of a trick here. If I cut to there, but then back my scissor up so that I can cut this off like that, when it's time to go back to number 7, if I've left myself a notch to pull the scissor into, it's going to be easier to get a clean cut right there. Now, if I wanted to, I could turn my scissor and cut this off. The idea here is that I am making ever smaller pieces of paper, freezer paper, in my hand, because then it's going to be easier to cut these shapes out. The smaller it is, the better it is. Lastly, the circles. If you're going to use Karen K. Buckley's Perfect Circles with the method that I write about in the instructions, you do not need to cut these circles out. If you want to use these circles either as templates for hand applique, where you wouldn't be preparing the edge under, well then yeah, you could make a few of these, maybe not all of them. Or if you wanted to use freezer paper templates to do circles in some way that I haven't written about but that you know about, well then by all means cut them out. Otherwise you can ignore the circles. So I hope you found this helpful and enjoy cutting out your templates. Happy stitching!